There's a story of a king who was very well loved by his people. He opened the gates of his kingdom to everyone, especially to the poor. He would also regularly go out of his beautiful palace and disguise to regularly give help to his people. And in spite of his prominence, he was very humble and very down to earth. He mingled with everyone, the poor, the educated, and the social outcast. He eventually became old and sickly. Then after a few months, he died. There was an outpouring of support from his people, and everyone mourned his passing. They had glowing tributes about his kindness, his humility, and his selfless service to them. Today is the Solemnity of Christ the King. What is the kingship of Jesus Christ all about? It's about humility, and it is about self-sacrifice. Jesus did not abuse his powerful kingship. He never used it for himself. He never used it to oppress or to bully. And foremost of all, his kingship is always for our welfare and never for himself. What is the implication of Christ's kingship for us? It loudly tells us that we must at all times follow the kingship of Jesus. It loudly tells us that we must be humble at all times. We must be ready to serve at all times, and we must not manipulate people to serve our selfish objectives. The world that we are in and right now is in chaos because many of us, most especially the political leaders and some religious leaders, follow the kingship of this world. Many of us hunger to be acclaimed, served, and honored. Many of us want to exercise power based on how this world would want us to use it. Truth to be told, many of us still choose to follow the temporal kingship of this world. Many of us allow it to capture us. This is the reason why we become arrogant, manipulative, and abusive. And these are all caused by our greed for the temporal kingship of this world. Let us discard the worldly kingship for the kingship of Christ. Why? For the reason that if not handled with humility, and if we allow ourselves to be possessed by it, then it could surely destroy us. Worldly kingship is temporary and fleeting. Sooner or later, it will end. However, the kingship of Jesus Christ will always be there for us the moment we decide to embrace and follow it. Which kingship will you embrace, my dear brothers and sisters? Amen.